guys, welcome to some more Minecraft. Today we're going to be reviewing the cave update snapshot, which is the next update for Minecraft. It's going to be coming sometime this summer, or late spring, I don't know. And they're essentially, caves updated. So we're going to dive into some of the stuff that they've added there. So first up, I guess, first thing is some of the new cave blocks. We've got dripstone, we've got amethyst, we've got retextured some of the ores, so they retextured redstone, retextured coal, iron, gold, and then they also added copper, which when you mine that and smelt that in a furnace, you get these little copper ingots right here, which you can then turn into blocks, and over time, they'll turn more blue as they get, I guess, more oxidized rust. You can also make these little lightning rods, which attract lightning during storms. We also have new stones. We've got grimstone, calcite, and tuff. Grimstone you can make into a large variety of things. I personally really like the bricks. That's kind of about it. It's very decorative. Then you've got glowing item frames and glowberries, which don't actually glow themselves, but you can eat them and you find them in caves naturally, and I think they glow. I don't think they've added the generation for them yet, but so far they're nice. They also added glowing item frames, which don't glow, they just look cool. Then you've got glow lichen, which does glow, and you find that naturally in caves already. Then you've got azalea leaves, which are on some oak trees that are near lush caves. You've got tinted glass, which is just dark glass. You've got new moss blocks, which are found in lush caves, moss carpets that are found in lush caves. You've got new dirt found in lush caves. You've got new types of flowers, I guess. And then you've got drip leaves, which when you step on them, fall down until you eventually fall with it. Then you've got... oh yeah, they also have candles. Candles are very nice. I believe you can light them with a flint and steel. I might be wrong. I think there's some way to light them. But they look very nice. Yeah, you can light them with flint and steel. They provide a nice source of light. They don't hurt you when you step over them. You can dye them different colors. Also, you might have noticed they have a spy lens, which you can, literally, you can just zoom in on stuff. It's very nice. Also, in my inventory, we have the bundle. And what you can do with this is, let's say you have a little too much stuff in your inventory. 4 gunpowder, boom, it's in there now. Birch planks, in there, boom. It's kind of just, it only stores a stack of items, as you see, 8 out of 64, but it is very useful if you want to keep a bunch of stuff that you have on you in there. And then you just right-click it to get stuff out. Yeah, you can just kind of drag it out. You also have, actually I think if you put stuff in here, you can, yeah, you could throw it all on the ground. Next thing we have is powdered snow, and you get this in a bucket, and you get this from actual mountains. And here's how it works. So there's some powdered snow there. Now let's say you're just walking along the mountain, and then boom, powdered snow. Now you're falling down. And so essentially you can fall through it, and you also might notice that when you're in it, on the edges, there's like little frost. If that gets too heavy, you'll start freezing to death, and that's not good. And you've also got axolotls, which are these cute little water dogs. You can tame them, they can fight for you and stuff like that. Very adorable. You also have the glow squid, which doesn't emit light, but it does drop glowing ink sacs, and it does look cool, which are used to make glowing item frames, which we saw earlier. Next is this thing. Now, this is called a sculk sensor. You find these very deep underground later on. And what they do is, you know, I'm walking normally, and if I'm crouching, nothing happens. But let's say I start walking, it can sense my footsteps, and it sends out, it can sense essentially any noise. And, well, okay, yeah, that doesn't really help. It can sense noise, and it makes a redstone signal. Very nice. Next thing we have is the drips, or drip, dripstone. So, this is interesting. This, let's say that, and boom, a lot of damage. Now, also, what you could do is you could put in there and just do that. And I think that's about it for here. But if we go into spectator mode, we go over this landmass over here. Let's see, we just go underground. Immediately you see a difference. You see, okay, there's more stuff, there's low stuff. That's a mine shaft, actually, that's kind of rare. But let's say you're just walking along in a normal cave. Obviously it's different. They're a little bit more better shaped. They're a little bit more, you know, my phone's going off, of course. They're very different. But example, you know, it may seem a little wider, but then you get to a very big one like these, where that's water. I don't like that. But yeah, you have bigger chasms. You have big, large, open spaces now in caves. Like this. There are some that are just massive as well. Alright. Another thing that I think I saw was, if we open F3, you look at the left side of stats, in the middle, above where it says block and chunk, and below that little gap at the top, you see XYZ, and then the numbers. That middle set of numbers is the elevation. You know, before you could only go to an elevation of 0, and that was absolute bedrock. But now, we get stuff that generates below that, and I think goes all the way down to -64. Now, everything below this, a lot of it is Grimstone. Ooh, diamonds, that's nice. A lot of it is Grimstone, which is this nice little, which is one of the new stones, and this generates a lot down here. There's also very common mine shafts, and a new mob, the Warden, is going to be added soon to here. And that is very nice, very cool. So you also have to dig as deep as you did, but you can just go deeper even more now. Also, it will be easier to find ores in the bigger caves, as a result of the, you know, bigger caves. Now, another thing we could do is, if we go back into creative for a second, and let's just get on this tree, and start building. That's a thunderstorm. I don't really like that. Let's say we were to build up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up, and up. And eventually, in addition to the new cave update, there is an increased world height. So you can see we're above the clouds now. We're at 228. And usually, world height, it kind of only goes up to 255 normally, but bam, we're going above the build height now. And we're going well above it as well. I think it's 256. And if you mention, if you remember, I mean, the bottom was increased by 64, so you can go 64 below where bedrock was, and now that's bedrock. Now, the height limit is 320, so they've increased the height limit and the bottom limit by 64, which is very, very nice. So, if you wanted to, you could just make a tower that goes from height to complete bottom, and you would never need to do anything, because that's all you'd need. That is very nice. Thank you for the increased height, No Jang. I don't think they've added the new mountains yet. And I don't think they've added goats, or wardens, or... I don't think they've added the biomes either. They've only added, like, the advanced normal cave generation. But keep in mind, we still have a few months to go before they finish the update. I think it comes out in... I think it's... The updates usually come out in, like, June and July. So we do have a way to go, but they can do a lot of stuff. So yeah. You can also place dripstone on a lot of blocks. Like that. I think you can actually place it on wood, yeah. Most blocks you can place dripstone on. Very, very nice. But yeah. That's most all for the video so far, so if you liked it, make sure to hit that like button down below and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Alright, goodbye.